Jack Butland started the new year in the hospital, but he may be joined tomorrow by 11 of his Rangers teammates as they prepare to go into battle against Celtic. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. One man, though, that will not be battling against Celtic. He will not be trying to put an end to Brenge ball or Brodge ball or Roger ball, whatever you want to call it. The ball that is way too good for Clement ball. Cement ball, more like it with Clement. But yeah, Jack Butland, not going to be playing. He's going to be out. And you know what, though? This might actually be a blessing for Rangers because he's not been that safe. The last few games we've seen him, even the last few months, he's not been fantastic. But I think we're definitely beginning to see more mistakes creep into Butland's game. But yeah, we won't see any mistakes from tomorrow because Liam Kelly will be taking his place.
Absolutely. I think most of us wanted Liam Kelly in there for Jack Butland. But what's your opinion? Did you think Jack Butland needed taken out of the firing range anyway?
Well, I'll tell you what, this is not the way you want him to get replaced.
Oh, no, it's not. I don't want to see this happen. I mean, I think the good news is he's out of hospital, right? So let's report that. He is out of hospital.
So my intro's beat then. My intro's done.
Well, kind of.
Unless he goes to visit his Rangers teammates tomorrow.
Aye, that's it. Right, but the point is, they've all started the new year in hospital at one point, alright? It's not good for Rangers to be without their number one.
But he's not playing like a number one, so...
He's playing like a number two. Shite.
Well, we'll see how Liam Kelly plays tomorrow.
No, well, we will see, but honestly, I think Liam Kelly is too good to be rotting away on the bench.
Hey, well, you know what, it was a poor move for Liam Kelly, and I was disappointed in the guy, but we'll talk about Liam Kelly in a little bit. Let's talk about Jack Butland and what's actually wrong with Jack Butland. What are the reports saying? What are the reports reporting?
Internal bleeding. That is the report. Now, there was rumours on Twitter, on X, about bleeding on the brain and things like that. I don't think he would have been released if it was bleeding on the brain, right? That's as pretty serious as internal bleeding can get. So for me, it must have been something...
Who would even leak that shit, though? Surely that's confidential.
Everything gets leaked at the end of the day, doesn't it? Don't know who would leak it. But if it was bleeding on the brain or another serious organ of the body, he would not be at hospital. I think it's safe to assume that. Correct, Amundo?
You mean he would be at hospital?
Aye, that's what... No, he wouldn't be.
Yeah, he would be.
No, he wouldn't be.
Would he not be?
No.
Why not?
Because if it was bleeding on the brain...
That's what you said if it was bleeding, he wouldn't be there. I'm like, of course he'd be there.
Why would he be?
Because it's fucking a serious injury.
So he wouldn't be?
So he would be at hospital? What do you mean he wouldn't be there? He would be there.
No.
You have lost the plot.
No, you've lost the plot. You need to re-listen to this.
I know Celtic have battered you a lot and it's hard to take, and I get it, right? 11th place is shite as well. I'll totally accept that, but you have lost the plot. Right. You're arguing that, if it was a serious injury, he wouldn't be there, he wouldn't be at hospital. Of course he would be there. That's what you said. You said he would not be at hospital.
Right, let's just clear it up. He would, if he wasn't...
You don't even know what... You don't even... Listen, see if it was a serious injury, Butland had, he'd still be in hospital, he wouldn't be released. That's all you meant to say,
Aye,
but of course...
That's correct,
you're fumbling it just like Rangers fumble every old firm, just like Clement fumbled it. Chance to go down to 6, and now it's going to be at 17. You've made a mess of this.
I have made a mess of it, I
Restart
apologise. No, I'm not restarting it. There is no tomorrow.
We're only 4 minutes in, this can be salvaged.
You can't restart, Fids. You can't restart...
Bet you wish you could restart the season, though, don't you?
Aye, I wish you could. Well, no, 'cause...
Restart... Title 56.
Why would I want to restart the season? It would just play out exactly like it did.
No, I don't think it could play it this bad, could it? Could it possibly play out any worse?
On the second simulation?
I'll take a restart.
It could be worse.
I'd take a restart.
We were pointing out a couple of weeks ago how Rangers are actually lucky to only be that amount of points behind because they've been awful. So, yeah, as for Butland, will he be back for the Dundee and Hibs game? I don't know. The fact he's at a hospital suggests he could be, but we don't know what it is until we find out more. We can't really comment too much more on it, but what do you think? Do you think this is actually true? Some people are saying he might have limber tail, like James Tavernier.
Nah, look, if the guy... I mean, can we confirm he was in hospital?
Well, everywhere's reporting it.
Right, well, you know
I'm going to assume yes, we can.
Yeah, I'm not going to... If someone's been in hospital, then I'm not going to sit here and call him a liar or a coward. Or if it's proven that he's in hospital, then I'm willing to trust and believe that he's got something seriously wrong with him. And I think it's pathetic, man, if people are accusing him of fearing Celtic. Don't know why the guy would fear Celtic. Well, I know why he'd fear
I could
Celtic.
give you 7 reasons why he'd fear Celtic.
It's probably legitimate. I mean, he's a footballer. He wants to play football, doesn't he? I highly doubt he wants to miss out on one of the biggest games of the season.
What about James Tavernier then? Think he's got limber tail?
What's his injury?
Undisclosed, like many Rangers transfer fees.
Fuck me, I don't know. My Tavernier, like maybe he is a bit of a shite bag. I'm not too sure.
Clement said something like he played through it against Motherwell. We saw it towards the end. He could play the Old Firm, but it's better if he takes a rest now so he ain't out for longer in the season. That kind of screams shite bag to me, like. So he could play this game, but he's opted not to save himself for more games.
Could he appear as a substitute or?
No, it's ruled out. Point is, right, Liam Kelly's in, so let's move on to him. I would have wanted him to start anyway.
Here, big chance for Liam Kelly. If it goes right, if Rangers can get a result and he's partly the reason, then could potentially.
No, I'm being serious,
could make
right?
him the number one.
And you know what? See if Clement, he's done for me. He's kicking a can down the road. All that acknowledges shite.
Clement or Kelly?
Clement. See whatever 11 defeats Celtic tomorrow, and that's if they do, right? That should be the 11
That's
going.
a pretty big if.
Yeah, but that should be the 11 going back, going forward, right?
Go back, right?
No, but what use is it,
Pretty
right?
much you could go back.
No, what use is it, right? If he starts in Salah and King, right, or if he starts whoever, and we beat Celtic, and then against Hibs and Dundee, Tav and Butland walk straight back in, and we draw or get beat. What sort of message does that send? And Rangers. It's a joke, man. I could rant all day about it, but I'm not here to do that. I'm here to talk about the bad injury that he suffered here. Hopefully he gets well soon. But yeah, we'll talk more about the Rangers Celtic game later on. But as for this video, I think we've came to the end of it. And it's good that he's out of hospital.
Good for Jack Butland that he's out. Hopefully he's resting. Hopefully he can get back soon. A big opportunity for Liam Kelly. We'll see how he does. For me, he was... maybe he thought Butland was going to leave, and that's why he went to Rangers. Let's give Liam Kelly.
Yeah, but even if he thought that, right? Why not be like, I'm only signing if I'm guaranteed to play like the League Cup and Scottish Cup early enough runs.
Yeah, I think the likelihood is, man, even if Jack Butland did leave Rangers, they'd have probably brought in a replacement. You could argue Liam Kelly was the replacement, but I mean, I'm just not convinced. But yeah, for me it was poor, and we've seen that in the cups that Liam Kelly still hasn't started a lot of them. And I think it's a disgrace, man. The same with Celtic as well. You know what? We see it even in the League Cup and Scottish Cup. Even when they're playing like the really lower league teams, man, you still... It's normally the strongest 11. I know that's an issue that's been brought up, and the lack of young players coming through. And it's like, see if you're a Premiership club, see if you're Celtic or Rangers and you're taking on a team for League One or League Championship even, do you really need your strongest 11 out there?
Could you argue, though, that with Celtic they'll be like, well... We win every trophy pretty much, so we're going to stick to what works. What have they hit you with that argument?
I would say this outside of Europe this year. What have you done? What young stars have you created? Honestly, the last one was really Kieran Tierney. Now they brought in young players, but what was the last academy player? None of the academy players want to stay there. Whether it be Doak or Rocco Fata, they're all leaving. Here, see if Rocco Fata and Doak, see if they knew they were going to start League Cup games. See if they knew that. If they were going to get brought on regularly when Celtic are 3 or 4-0 up with 25 minutes to go, maybe they'd be like, oh, you know what, I think I'll stay a couple more years here.
Yeah.
But when they know that here they're going to be limited to maybe 2 or 3 appearances a season, then...
That is what it is, isn't it?
I remember in Scottish Football Podcast, they said that, the big one, they said that Celtic 3-0 up against St Johnstone. I think the substitutes they brought on was Callum McGregor and Kyogo.
Yeah. No idea.
No, I think Adea started.
No, Kyogo definitely started.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Don't know.
I know for a fact he did.
Well, maybe it was McGregor. Did Engels start?
Yeah, he started.
Well, it was 2 big players then. Adea's not a big player. Point is, why is
big money player?
Why are you bringing McGregor on?
No, I know.
When you're 3-0 up.
I don't really understand.
Should you not be giving that a youth player that chance, or someone up and coming, like a 17, 18-year-old?
You should
do. The way Hearts are giving James Wilson chances.
But you know what the problem is, though, right? See, when you're on top, like Celtic are, if you're a Celtic fan, you don't care. You honestly don't. You will not care who's playing. See if you're winning. It's the same way. No, but it's the same with Rangers.
Yeah, but I think it hurts the progress.
But you're right. It does. But see with Rangers, it's like we're losing a lot of games. For me, if we're going to lose a lot of games and be nowhere, we may as well put trust in the youth rather than the same old trusted guys that have done nothing for us. So, yeah, I mean, I would like more youth to be played across the board, but the reality is, it just doesn't happen. And you look at players that get brought through across the league, they get up to a certain level, and then you see Celtic will just end up poaching them. And Rangers have poached a few, like not a lot, but it's like Lennon Miller. I think he would be better if he just went somewhere else other than Celtic. Because there's just too many midfielders.
The thing with Lennon Miller is that I think he is that good that I don't think he'll be considered a prospect. I think if Celtic signed Lennon Miller, he would be considered one of the, one of the midfielders.
One of the boys.
I don't think they would look at him as, he's a prospect that's going to be good in a couple of years. I think they would look at him as a guy that's good right now. But yeah, I think that we need to give more youth players a chance. And
with the up and down the board, man, you look at James Wilson at Hearts, one another bright spark this season. And here, you have to give them a chance, or else nothing will happen.
I'm trying to think.
No, but look at Rangers, right? They gave McCausland a chance, and McCausland is pretty pish. If they can give fucking him a chance, they can give other people a chance.
No, I agree, but I mean, maybe there's like Robbie McCrory. Maybe he'd have stayed at Rangers if he actually got some game time. But I don't get the goalkeepers, especially like the number 2 for Celtic. How many games has he played?
Sinsolo, I don't think he's played any.
Like, does Joe Hart need to play every single fucking game? When he was there.
No, he doesn't.
Just Kasper Schmeichel.
Well, actually, I'd argue he does. Scott Bain's pretty pish. Banter aside.
I will not on about Scott Bain. Scott Bain's at the twilight of his career. Scott Bain's not going to...
What age is Scott Bain?
He's like 30.
How did Scott Bain even end up at Celtic? No,
I just think it's... I don't know. It's a number 2. Like, why would you go to Celtic or Rangers? I mean, I say Rangers at least rotate their keeper the odd time. Celtic don't.
No, Rangers this season didn't till he missed the game with his wife being.
Like, for me, I think Rangers are more likely to rotate keepers in the last couple of seasons. The only time I really remember Celtic rotating was that time they won it and Ange stuck Bain in and they got beat 4-2 off Hibs. Which maybe shows why.
Anyway, let's wrap this up, man. There's dinner to be had.
Well, my point is, I just think that we should see more rotation with the goalkeepers. Like, Liam Kelly, what was he thinking? Other than getting... But it's not, it's not like...
Hearts were good last year with Sander Clark and Gordon. But that was only because Gordon came back from injury.
Well, true, to be fair. But I still think that we see Sander Clark play... I think we're more likely to see Sander Clark play than we are one of the old firm number 2s. I don't know. For me, Liam Kelly, it was a strange one.
What do you make of Sander Clark potentially signing for Hibs? Do you blame him?
No, I think he's too good to be a Hearts number 2.
But going to your rivals? That's boring.
Nah, I think he's too good to be a Hearts number 2.
Fair enough. Anyway,
I think it's one thing being a number 2 at Celtic or Rangers. Because at least you're getting paid. You know what I mean? You're getting paid a lot more.
Aye.
It's a bit more justified. And you could argue that, the games that you're, trophies that you might pick up and the games that you're going to be playing if there is an injury, you're talking maybe Champions League. If you're not Celtic number 2, you could be getting to play Champions League football.
Absolutely.
If something happens to the number 1, and sometimes that's worth it. But I don't know. Sander Clark, for me, I think he should leave Hearts. But I also look at it and go, well, Craig Gordon, how many more seasons he got? If you're Hearts, I think you need to do everything to keep Sander Clark there. I think you need to be realistic. But then again, Sander Clark might be like, why don't I wait another 6 months or 18 months until he retires, and I want to play playing football now. So, I mean, what can you do? Can you maybe, as a loan deal, something there? Or maybe Clark's not happy about the treatment and he just wants to move on. Maybe he's upset that he's been replaced as number 1. And
maybe, definitely. Right, folks, that's where we're going to leave it. We're back with a lot more content tonight on the Mora. Kind of bricking the Mora. You bricking the Mora? Who's your wee diddy team playing the Mora?
Ross County. No, we just played Ross County.
That's who he's playing. Oh, for fuck's sake, come on.
No, I don't. Motherwell.
Aye, you're right, it is Motherwell. Well done to you. I knew it before you, mate. That's embarrassing.
What do you mean, I got it?
Aye, you got it. Ask me who Rangers are playing tomorrow.
Oh, fuck off. Well, the logo would tell me it's Celtic.
Ask me.
The champions of Scotland.
No, ask me, properly.
Who are Rangers playing tomorrow?
Pacific Shelf, 94.